Okay, so that's west or east. So we actually need to head that way. We spun around last night. Okay. Anyway, we're pretty far from shore. Usually I like to get a little closer, but it was so calm last night. It didn't matter how far we were away from shore. Usually that helps it smooth out the boat and the waves and everything when you're close to shore. But anyway, so there's so much room. There's no channel. So Pop went fishing yesterday. Tried both my fishing poles, and we were just had all 3 sails up. We're making some good time, so it was tough for him to fish.
So you don't want to get too close, like?
No, I don't want to get too close. And it's tough just to sit here and bob in the water with the wind going one way and the current going the other way. And I don't have a bow thruster.
You're crazy.
So I'll tell you what, you really get good at moving the boat with no bow thruster when you don't have one. You learn the tricks of how to stay right here and fight the wind and fight the current.
How did you know that? Common sense in your head?
Practice. Having a butt pucker up so that you...
Swing bridge, peekaboo, looking good and wide. Roger, Sam.
So scary. You have some balls, Josh. That's what I'm gonna say. You have some balls. That's why you call figure 8 bridge.
Figure 8 bridge. Figure 8 bridge. Figure 8 bridge. Here we come. Figure 8 island bridge. Figure 8 island bridge. Hey, thank you.
Wave sinking?
Example, we're in South Carolina now, about Myrtle Beach area. It's very high end, you know. So look at, here's the ICW, and on both sides, look what we got. $1 million homes. It's beautiful. Pretty much by ourselves today. We had the fishing line out, but it got kind of, there were a bunch of trees and stuff. Have you ever seen a houseboat with a basement? That's new. Wow, check that out. That is one of the best rainbows I've ever seen. Look at that. I'm going to try to get the sailboat right in the bottom of it. Maybe not. Look at this fog rolling in. We were just anchored over there next to the warship, and now you can hardly even see any of the town behind us. They predicted a dense fog for this morning, and holy cow, were they right. Look at that. There's a bridge right there. Can't even see it. I got my 2 trusty on watch women up here looking for any ships in case we run into somebody. Mama's getting ready in there, but basically I have to check the fuel level and some other things, switch some lights around, check my weather on my iPad, and it's early morning. We're going to try to get going just as the sun comes up, but I wanted to give you a little walk around. I've been up for about 15 minutes, so the sun is just now coming up. And we're getting ready to leave. In fact, it's not even up yet. Probably doesn't officially rise for another 5 or 6 minutes, but you can see how bright it is. We can leave. I usually just walk around, make sure nothing has changed. We didn't get any wind last night, so it's nothing really to worry about. This is one of our sails tied down in the front. It's the only place I can have it. The anchors look dead in the water. So there's no real wind, there's no real current currently. We're in about 8 feet. So we'll pull anchor, drive straight out towards the marker, and then continue our way south towards the next stop is hopefully West Palm. Good morning.
We can leave for a long time.
So we are here in Vero Beach. Mommy's mad at me because I threw her bag and her phone was in it and I didn't know it. So she's mad at me. And I was going to take her over for a nice...
I was mad at you, okay? So don't put words in my mouth.
Does this sound mad? Sounds kind of mad. Anyway, so we've been anchored here at Vero Beach right next to the Riverside Cafe. And I was just going to... Look at that. We need to get some...
No, we can't afford it.
We can't afford it. We need to get some polish on Beauty. She gets well used, and it's tough to keep a boat looking beautiful all the time. Just needs to be, yeah, polished up, and she needs the waterline, the blue at the waterline needs a fresh coat. We painted the very bottom before we came out, and I was getting fuel the other day and I rubbed their dock. It was tough. There was some wind blowing and some current, and they had a rubber bump rail, and I rubbed it pretty hard, so it left that mark. And now we're going over here to this Riverside Cafe. It opens in a few minutes, and we're going to get us some lunch, big fat cheeseburger and some French fries. We'll be back, Beauty. Be good. So we're in Vero Beach today, and the Riverside restaurant here, Riverside Cafe, we got prime parking out there. There's Beauty right there. And most of the anchorage is down there, but there was just enough room for one boat when we came in, so we took that spot. It's a little hectic when the wind's blowing. You think, oh, the wind's gonna blow me into the bridge, but we held pretty tight. And
There was no top.
there's a what? Are you kidding me? No, she's got a top on. Dang. Mom's pointing out the pretty girls. Good job, Mommy. I do like that. I'll send this video to JR. Anyway, Beauty's out there waiting for us. We're just going to have a seaside cheeseburger and spend the night here one more night and head south further down the road to Fort Pierce tomorrow.
January 2nd, and we are waking up in the West Palm Beach, Anchorage, which is massive. The inlet is right over there. You come in and look at this. Here's Beauty. Good morning, Beauty. But we're heading to the dinghy dock, which is at the south end of this anchorage, and this anchorage is massive. So we actually timed it so that we have the current behind us going out early this morning. It's about 8:15. Oh, it's just about 8 o'clock. Anyway, we've got the current behind us because we're on the little electric engine and it doesn't go very fast. I mean, it goes pretty fast, but the current helps it. So we're gonna go antique shopping on Antique Street today. And one of my favorite things to do is go to a new town and find Antique Street, see if I can't find me some deals. Anyway, so, and then we got to be back at 2:30, 3 o'clock because the current switches around, and then it'll help us get back to Beauty. So, bye Beauty, be good.
Flagler was the name of the man who built the railroad. Before Florida was popular, it was like very swampy and wild. Flagler was the man who built the railroad all the way from the like Georgia all the way down through the swamps down to Key West, all the way down to Key West. So all of those hotels, you remember in St. Augustine, that's now a Flagler College, he built hotels all the way down, but this was his home. And actually right down the street is another one of his hotels. So as he built the railroad, he built a place for tourists basically to come, so they would need to use his railroad. So he made money on the hotels, and then basically he found this prime spot and said, this one's going to be my home. What do you think? See, I'm your tour guide. Hey, do you think you ought to take that fishing pole down just to hide it while we're gone? I don't think so either, but it just gives me a little bit of worry. You'll have to unhook the little safety strap. Anyway, we're in Lake Worth, and right there is the bridge that you'll go under. This is a pretty massive lake. There's probably, I don't know, dozens, if not over 100 boats here. We're heading off for the third day of playing on shore. We went to museums and a farmer's market and everything. It's a beautiful place to be. Last night the wind got pretty sporty, and it was actually even a little fetch in here, but over and all, I love this place. So we're heading off to, it's Sunday morning, and we're heading off to go to the art museum today and have lunch out and get some more water for our tank, drop off some trash, just enjoy a beautiful day.
Did you notice where we went today?
Look, Lucy, we're sporting Butler University matching sweatshirts today, and we're just getting ready to head to shore. So we just thought we'd show you that we're sporting our gifts. Mommy is so evil. You are so evil. And you love it, don't you? All right, so here's what's happening. All right, so we're in the Anchorage. And you can tell by the way all the boats are pointing in the same direction. That's where the wind is coming from, basically behind me. All right, you can see all the boats. We're pointing towards the wind, and the wind pushes us all to line up, right? And Mommy is cooking this awesome dinner, and it smells good. And listen, it's so, the smell is so strong. I'm sure that every boat behind us is thinking, damn, who's cooking that? And can we get an invite to dinner? Hey Steve, just giving you a video response. We are at the Anchorage in a little place called Lake Sylvia. And look at this beautiful sunset in the Anchorage. It's very peaceful this evening. We are waiting for the weather to die down, the waves to calm down out in the Gulf Stream so that we can cross over to Bimini. And they've had a small craft advisory, which we're really not a small craft, but it's just very uncomfortable. So we're waiting for some calmer weather. And Mama is making us some nice dinner. So chicken, stuffed peppers, and wine. So enjoy your evening.
Are you on the boat for 5 years by yourself? Are you bored? Are you happy we're here with you? I'm gonna get some water. What?
Do you have a name for your panda? No.
We can call him Toto, Hua Hua, Hua Hua, Xiao Xiao. I don't know. Do you have a name?
Kind of looked like you were hitting yourself in the head. Come on, I'm going to have you do the dinghy motor so you can get practice on how to put it together. I know you don't want to do it, but guess who's the captain? And guess who's the first mate? Come on, first mate. Over there and... Why do you have to do it? So that you know how to do it if you ever need to do it. If I'm not here, this is training. I know you don't want to do it. Just like yesterday when you were freaked out because they about threw you off the boat. Oh, look at that. You got it. I think it's on. Then you do the clip. So in case you ever drop anything. Yeah. And then you have to put the power into the power thing. Yeah. No. Hold the top, hold the fat one. Unscrew the little one. There you go. Okay. Yeah. I remember teaching you how to drive when you first got to America, and you wanted to cut my throat at the end of each day. Yeah, there you go. But now, aren't you thankful you know how to drive? How many times did you want to give up? You gotta hold it, and it'll beep at you. All right, doing good. That is a 75-footer. That is probably an absolutely gorgeous boat. Look at all the extra diesel they carry, oxygen tanks, party boat. Look at all the fruit up there, getting ready to, I don't know, keeping it fresh. This is I think an 80-footer. Beautiful sailing cat, massive, right? This one's a power cat, which, you know, I prefer to have the sailing cats, but this is a 67-footer. These are all, that's probably $6 million right there. And 67. Now this is an 80-foot sunreef. It's between $6 and $10 million. These things are palaces on the inside. So, and then there's a whole row of them. They just keep going. The trash is in the dinghy. It's ready for the. See, look at this boat. He's just flipping around this way. Crazy. I'm afraid the wind will catch that. That's too light. So you're gonna have to hold on to that trash. Trash man is not ready for that. But look, the dinghy is way back here. Usually it's, you know, right behind the boat. So that just means the current is pushing the boat this way, the wind this way, and that cat. I mean, it's just weird.
Just glad that guy left.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna leave tomorrow morning around 5 o'clock, heading to Miami, because the wind and the waves are supposed to be. Yeah, yeah. We'll all be leaving like a train of boats out of here. We'll open the bridge. Los Olas Bridge. Can you open the bridge? Okay. How many boats? 14 boats need to come through. Waking up in the Atlantic Ocean, heading down to Miami. Full sails up. Wind is from our starboard beam. Just maybe 10 knots. Very comfortable. Mommy's working on her Japanese lessons, so she can learn Japanese. Both sails are up. We're just off the coast of Miami Beach. And the sun is coming up. It's early in the morning. And we're doing 6.6 knots, 6.7. Doing good.
Are you okay?
I'm just having too much fun. What does that make me? Mama, you can't chew gum and walk at the same time. You can't talk and steer that thing at the same time. If I distract you, we'll end up way over there. Beauty, we're home.
Do you want me to charge you a DVD modem?
I might set that up before I even leave with him. It's shopping day. We got a dinghy full of shopping, and we're gonna go get propane next. And tomorrow evening at around 8 p.m. we're gonna head across the Gulf Stream over to Bimini, take Beauty to a new country. Well, she's been there before, but okay. Once again, we've got a front row seat to what is a beautiful evening. The band is playing. A lot of people out tonight. It's a really nice night, and the sun just went down. Everybody's hanging out. It's gonna be a beautiful night. We left Bimini yesterday morning around 11. Did a all day and all night sail, and we are just getting to our new Anchorage. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Sun hasn't come up yet, but man, look at the display we're getting for a sunrise. Beautiful. So I just got your text message, Jerry, or Dean, and I just wanted to give you a heads up. So we are in a place called the Bay of Five Pirates. It is a very tight little, almost lake-like Anchorage, where you have to come in a cut, where they cut a hole in the mountain so that just one boat at a time can go through this little pathway. It's really kind of cool, but that's where we're at now. And there's not much to go on here. There's one grocery store about the size of a corner convenience store. I'm talking to Jerry, Dean Ball, and anyway, so you know, there's not much to do. We're waiting out a weather window, so we can't really go sailing because I don't want to get caught in 30-knot winds. So we're just kind of hanging out, and that means a lot of YouTube. Fungi practices her instrument, and you know, we eat good, we sleep good, we nap when we want to, sit out in the sunshine. It's kind of ugly right now. Yeah, we don't swim because the sharks are as big as that manatee. But it's just a very, very slow pace of life. If you come, we'll play cards, we'll eat good, we'll chit chat, we'll nap, whatever. See you soon.